Right YouTube, so welcome to another video. This is hopefully going to be a real quick one, fingers crossed. So the cigarette lighter that's down by the gear stick has always been really loose on my car and I never use it. So I'm hoping to replace it with one that's got a couple of USBs on it. And it's also got a battery meter, a voltage meter around the side that should light up. So it should help you, or help me, keep an eye on the health of the battery. So yeah, let's get cracking, shall we? See what I mean about this? The whole thing just pulls out. Right, first things first, gotta ping that cover off. The one on the other side. And then the two rear ones as well. And then you shall be greeted with a little Phillips screw. It might even be something like an 8mm socket as well, might work on that, can't really tell. But anyway, I'll use a screwdriver. There we go, I've just pinged the front up, came up pretty easy. So now you can see the underside of the cigarette lighter. Right, so typically it's a little bit too wide. So I might just put something underneath it and then just get a file and just try and file away the edges a bit, just to make that hole a bit bigger. I'm trying to figure which one's negative and which one's positive. I'd like to assume the black one is negative and the white one's positive. I'll have to get my multimeter out and try and check that. There we are, that fits nicely now. Shame you've got this bit, but there's not much you can do about it. It's just the design of this little centre console. So now I'm going to hopefully try and figure out which one's negative and which one's positive. So I must have jinxed it earlier because there's no power getting to that. I need to go and look in the Haynes manual, see if I can find which fuse it is. If not, I'll have to try and piggyback off something else, which is going to be a rat pain in the ass. So there's the cigarette lighter fuse, which is number 29. This is the fuse box that's inside the car. It's a bit of a pain in the ass to get to. You can see the bigger yellow one. That's the one. I've just pulled the old one out and replaced that. Alright, so hopefully when I turn the key, if I can get it in. Okay. There we go. 12.45 or 44 volts. Hooray! Right, so because I've got a positive voltage, it should be, I've got the wires the right way round. So there we go. I've chopped the old connector off and then just crimped on these two connectors. That actually came with it. I'm just going to test it now and make sure it works. I just started the engine, as you can obviously tell. Yeah, it seems to work. Seems to have to turn it on every time, which is fine. Cool. See, if I turn it off, we should drop the voltage. Should be a lot lower. Yeah, there we go. Nice. So typically, there's not enough room either side of this to turn the little spindle thing onto it. So I just had to file away the grips just to make it a bit thinner. So hopefully that'll fit now. I still can't quite get it on. I think it's these little buggers. Yeah, I'm just touching now. There's one there, and there's one over this side as well. So I'll try and break them off. Alright, there we go. Couldn't quite get the spindle thing to screw all the way on the inside. It's a bit of a pain in the arse. There's too much plastic, I think, round this side underneath. I've done it as much as I can. There we are. That's pretty cool. I can keep an eye on the health of the battery, and I can actually plug stuff in now. So there we are, guys, just a little one. That's what she said. Typically it took about 3 times as long as I expected, as all things do with cars. I've been meaning to do something like this for a long time, because it's a pain in the arse having to run leads to the USB. Is it USB? Or is it a cigarette lighter in the armrest? I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, it's a bit of a pain in the arse running leads to that all the time, so at least I can charge stuff a bit easier and keep an eye on the battery voltage. So yeah, thanks for watching as always. Please like and subscribe, hit the notifications bell so you don't miss any new videos. Comment down below, that'd be cool, and I should see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.